Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. James Diaz and I'm the proud principal of AJB Middle School. This year at AJB, we are breaking new ground. Whether you are participating in face-to-face instruction or remote instruction, we encourage you as a student and as a family to engage and connect in your child's learning. There are three things that we're going to focus on tightly this year at AJB. Number one, we want to make sure that we continue to build a solid and positive school culture for everyone that comes to our campus doors. Number two, we want to make sure that as a community and as a faculty, we collaborate for the success of your child. And finally, we want to make sure that every child grows on our campus, no matter their starting point. I encourage you to stay tuned on this video as we continue to show you information regarding dismissal, arrival, lunch, and other COVID considerations that will impact our daily schedule. I cannot thank you enough for choosing to partner with us in your child's education. I encourage you to check in with us, follow us on social media, and stop by when you can. And most importantly, remember, you make AJB the place to be. Thank you, and let's have a great year.
First, let's introduce you to the AJB administrative team. Ms. Allison Pape, Academic Dean. Mr. Robert Arriola, Lead Assistant Principal, 6th Grade Administrator. Ms. Michelle Castillo, Assistant Principal, 7th Grade Administrator. Ms. Bianca Duval, Assistant Principal, 8th Grade Administrator. Ms. Natalie McFadden, Counselor, Alpha A through L. Ms. Kimberly Johnson, Counselor for Alpha M through Z. Ms. Desiree Campos, CIS Counselor. Ms. Michelle Kemple, our Librarian. AJB's Meet the Teacher will look different this year. We will have face-to-face Meet the Teacher for 6th grade on Wednesday, September 2nd from 5:30 to 6:30. We'll see you at AJB. For 7th and 8th grade, we will have a virtual Meet the Teacher using the AJB Meet the Teacher document. Simply click on all the links to see videos and information. And to meet your teacher, click on their name and an introductory video will show up. Now, let's go over some important information and details for the first day of school. AJB COVID safety measures. Seguin ISD has pushed out to the community the Back to School Blueprint. We ask that parents familiarize themselves with terms, guidelines, definitions, plans, and protocols. This document contains the answers to a lot of your questions across district-wide. Please see all changes in red as changes become available. The Texas Education Agency has made it a requirement that all students go through a COVID protocol training. This training includes information on self-evaluation, COVID-19 symptoms, mask and face shields, social distancing, hand washing, and reporting. Training will be provided to all students on the first day of school. But let's go through these items so that you can be prepared for the first day of school. The students will do a daily self-evaluation prior to coming to school or boarding the bus. We ask that parents help check the students' temperature before they come to school. What does self-evaluation look like? Symptoms include experiencing any of the following in a way that is not normal: feeling feverish, loss of taste or smell, cough, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, fatigue, headache, chills, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, shaking or exaggerated shivering, significant muscle pain or ache, diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Students will protect themselves and others by wearing a face covering at all times. Nose and mouth must be covered. A face mask is still required under a face shield. Students will follow all COVID-19 visuals and markings. Students will help sanitize their workspace after each period. Arrival and breakfast. Doors will open at 7:50 a.m. To help with COVID-19 measures, we will funnel all students through different entrances. Car riders will go through the front office. Bus riders will enter the building through the back by the gym. AJB is going to avoid holding areas. Students will go straight to their first period class for breakfast in the classroom. The Seguin ISD Nutrition Department has announced this year that free breakfast and lunch will be provided to all SISD elementary and middle school students. Transitions at AJB. To help with crowd control, the 400 and the 500 wings will be dismissed a minute early. Crowd flow. We will have designated entrances and exits, one-way hallways, and markings on the floor. Seguin ISD takes student sanitation important. Student workspaces will be sanitized between each class period. Students will be provided with hand sanitizer as they enter their classes each period. Sanitation stations have been installed throughout the campus. Lunch. 6th grade and 7th grade students have been split into A and B lunches to help with lunch capacity and social distancing in the cafeteria. 8th grade students will have one lunch, but will be split between the cafeteria and the 200 rooms. During lunch, all students are going to be assigned seats, and social distancing at 6 feet is going to be maintained. Dismissal. To help with crowd control, AJB will have staggered dismissal times. 3:40 for the first bus round, 3:42 for the second bus round, and 3:44 for the car riders and walkers. The car ride and pickup location is the same as last year, right in front of the gyms. We ask that parents do not park and have their child cross the street. Water bottles. We ask that students bring a personal water bottle to school to drink water. Water fountains will be used as water bottle filling stations. Please write your name on your water bottle, so if it gets lost, we can return it back to you. Virtual learning. Seguin ISD and AJB will push out details for Seguin Succeeds at Home, which will contain details and information regarding remote and virtual learning. Displayed are the grade 6 to 12 deadlines to request a transition from face-to-face learning to remote learning or remote learning to face-to-face. This information can be found in the SISD blueprint. And finally, at AJB, our students follow the AJB Creed. We ask that students believe in themselves and their ability to do their best, to think, listen, participate in their own success, be respectful and kind, as they make AJB the place to be. At AJB, we are breaking new ground.